Hey everyone, Miacidae here, welcome back to Darkest Dungeon. So, today on the No Hope Estate, we're going to be barreling into champion dungeons. So, what we're going to be doing today is the Warrens. Leveling it up, getting a decent trinket for the Saw Hunter at least. And, yeah, there's no more leveling up except for getting from people from rank 5 to rank 6. And, yeah, essentially what I want to be doing right now is leveling up all the surrounding areas to their max level while I'm kind of hunting around for decent trinkets for all of the bosses. Because as of right now, most of the bosses don't have a very good trinket that I want, except for one I'm really leery about going to. So that's why we're going to the Warrens, because at least this trinket is good and we can level up the Warrens at the same time. So that's the plan. So while we're in there, we're going to be using a marking team. I haven't used the Falconer as a marker in a while, and not since I've gotten Wolf's Tassel, which is a very nice trinket for markers. So this should be fun. So Roared, our Ironclad, is actually going to be our marker today. They can use Uppercut, which marks a target and more importantly minuses the damage they do by 6 whole damage as a flat amount rather than like a percent amount, so they can actually lower the damage something does by over 100%. Meaning they will not do damage to us. Otherwise they can do damage, but they will be marking most of the time and lowering the damage done to me. Otherwise, they do have Twisted Spines, which yes, lowers their speed, so they probably won't be marking on the first round, but it does up their protection by up to 45%. And we have the Ancestor's Candle, which ups their damage by 15% and their dodge by 10%, so they will have a 35 dodge. Next up, we have Helker, the Arbiter. They're going to be running Raptorial Nature. This gives them a riposte. This gives them a 30% damage reflection every time they use that, and that stacks. Lightning Hand, so when something is marked, they can have a free action to do damage to something. Eagle Eye to ignore stealth, and buff someone else to ignore stealth, which will be very prevalent in here. And Protection Detail to guard an ally, which can be important. For their trinkets, I'm leaning really heavily into the Raptorial Nature, which is a melee. So we have Murderer's Mark, which ups accuracy on Raptorial Nature. Raptorial Nature will do plus 25% damage, and on riposte hit he will just do a plus 10% more damage. Then we have Ancestor's Pen, so all melee skills, which is Raptorial Nature, does 10 more crit and 10% more damage. Next up we have the Trapper, because the Trapper can do a lot of damage versus anything that's marked. So we have Fungal Claw. This does plus 100% damage versus anything that's marked. If I want to lower the accuracy more on something, we have Confusion Spores. This minuses accuracy by 75% on top of shuffling it. Defensive Traps as a riposte as well as a guard. And if I want to get a little bit of extra money, we have Skin Prey, but I will not be using this very often. I want to get out alive. For his trinkets, we have the Fabricated Map. This is plus 15% scouting chance and 25% monster surprise chance, so I have a very high likelihood of getting a free action on everyone before the enemies go. Then we have the Ancestor's Letter Opener on melee attack, 1 for 4 bleed, and accuracy on melee skills, which Fungal Claw. Finally, our Falconer, using her in Ranger form. So that's going to be Quick Shot, doing extra damage versus marked, extra crit versus marked, upping her speed. Eye Thief, bypassing the stealthing, and minus accuracy on whatever I hit, also marking them. Spirited Cry, upping crit, clearing stun, and Heavy Barrage, doing heavy amounts of crit. For her trinkets, we have Dismiss's Head, because I have a very special enemy I would like to fight on Champion, which requires a vanilla head. This ups her damage by 25% as well as Wolf's Tassel, upping damage by 2, just as a base. 2 more if I hit something that is marked, for a total of 4 damage, and then she cannot be marked. Let's have some fun. So taking all of the food, because that's how I heal, shovels, anti-venom, bandages, medicinal herbs, few keys, torches, and then, since I have 2 more spots left, I want to use a bounty feather. That's for 2 of the people here, because I may be using them against the Marked by the Flock boss. This will actually give me over 4 people I can use against that boss now if I want to use it or fight that boss later on. And then we'll just go with Amphitheater Ribbons for the minus stress received, because that is a big thing in here. And see if I can't get through this time, because last time I actually had to run away from the Warrens in a champion dungeon. However, there were extenuating circumstances where one of the hero's abilities were not working as intended, making trinket abilities also not work as intended.
The swine draw power from their horrid markings.
I'm going to use the bounty feather on Roared, our Ironclad, and Helker, so we might be running into a lot of the marked by the flock because 3 of our 4 people now have it. Alright, that seems to work. So I'm going to pop down, see this curio, search the curio, grab what I can, back up, and then we're going to just zoom all around. For traps, I'm assuming the trapper. Grab the light, which we will use later. I love that just on the back, like someone's gonna use it.
The light, the promise of safety.
Alright, first fight, Right, I was thinking the Destroyer was a size 2 for some reason, but we got a Mangler, Destroyer, Skulker. We definitely do not want the Mangler hitting us, but I think this is only a debuff for 1 action. So, but we can only hit him for 4 to 8 because of that protection as well. So we're gonna lower his accuracy. So minus 75 for 1 of his actions. Let's quick shot trying to take out the Skulker because he's gonna hit really hard once he hits. Extra accuracy and damage onto the Falconer. And Raptorial Nature onto Skulker. And Skulker down. Then I'm going to uppercut the Mangler, marking him, so I do more damage to him. I was hoping to get that debuff off, but that's fine. Very nice dodge. Hoping this misses. Okay. Was figuring that one would hit. Right, he is marked, so 19 to 22 or 14 to 26 with a lower crit rate. I was thinking that would have a higher crit rate, but that's fine. And we still didn't crit. 100% damage versus marked, so just rip into the Mangler. Lightning Hands. And then Raptorial again.
A devastating blow.
Very nice dodge. Damage reflect and riposte go. Oh, he's gonna get more protection off of that, ain't he? Oh no, he just gets a block. So we are going to re-uppercut him, lowering the damage he does, getting the block off. And hit him again. Just a Spinal Destroyer left, which he will blight since he's not marked. He has an Aegis. We're going to Searing Blow that off. And Raptorial. Good thing that keeps missing, because I know that hurts like hell. If I Heavy Barrage, I think it goes down.
Formation is broken. Maintain
healing with the food it gave me. We're also going to stack this food real quick. Taking the crust, we'll leave the gold. I'm going to go down to the curio, then keep going right. I want the damage on the Falconer. Even though shooting arrows while drunk is really not advised, it will lower your accuracy and you will have misfires. Trust me, do not try it. I have done it. Do not try it. Do not try it. Do not try it. Bad things happen. More than just losing your arrows, which are expensive nowadays, trust me. Hey, Talon, how you doing, guys? Oh, that's right, he gets multiple actions because of that stupid bird. Yeah, let's take out one of the predators. That's a guard break, that's fine. Okay, that hurt like hell. At least their Slice and Dice doesn't bleed, but it is minus dodge and minus bleed resistance. I was hoping to be able to take out the Hunter, but I can Heavy Barrage the Predator and hopefully crit him down? No. Okay. So Eagle Eye for the plus damage and bypass stealth so I can hit the Hunter next turn. And then we're going to Raptorial Nature onto the Blighted one. So he blights out.
The slow death, unforeseen.
Then Searing Blow onto the one with no health. Regroup, run away. Ha ha ha. You're all alone, sir.
Impressive.
Okay, that 12 damage might be enough. No, it's only going to be a 4. I was going to say it might be enough to take him out.
Surges as the enemy crumbles.
Okay, Helker really needs some help.
Foolish heart.
Stack the torch, take the Talon Feathers, because if we're going to be fighting them, these are going to add up. Okay, there you go, buddy. Take what we can. Leave the rest. In we go. Oh, I have a feeling something didn't load in the smash. Fungal Claw the Retinarius. We're going to Heavy Barrage him. Actually, 13 to 15 with a 20 crit. Or I think this will hit harder.
A time to perform beyond one's
So just upping damage on the Ironclad because I'm pretty sure Raptorial's not going to take him out. But
the blood quickens.
Pretty sure between everything, Retinarius goes down now. And then we'll just have the Flesh Eater left.
Death by inches.
They really like Helker. Okay, Heavy Barrage, it goes down. Alright, so I think what I was saying is the plan is to go all the way down to this room since there's no connector. So south, then I have to go up, then all the way to the left there. I was really hoping these pickaxes would stack. We'll leave all this. We want the ruby over the gold. I also need to heal Helker. That helps, okay. Going down. Grog on the Falconer, get her even more drunk. Remember, kids, do not shoot arrows while drunk. It is not advised at all. A Rotgut. Oh, do I go for it? I wanted something bigger than the Fleshling, but do I go for it? There's something I can get summoned with that Vile Fleshling, and that's what I'm debating right now. First things first, let's see how we are after the Rotgut and the Thunder are gone. You really need to move back, and you can't. So what we're gonna do is adapt, and then we're going to I can't do what I wanted to do. I have the wrong moves. So going back, we're gonna just quick shot onto the Thunder. At least that crit him down. What I wanted to do was do the attack that moved forward, but I forgot we don't have that thing. So moving forward, Eagle Eye on the Falconer. Moving forward, and then we're basically fine like this. I do need to rush the Rotgut down, though. So I can do 35 to him with Heavy Barrage. I'm going to do that. And get it on cooldown. I was hoping that Fleshling wouldn't pass there. We'll see what happens.
Masterfully executed.
Raptorial. Then we'll uppercut him so he does less damage and he's marked. I do need to save the other uppercut, though. Oh, that hit. That's not good. That's what I actually wanted the Fleshling to do. So I need the Flayer Fleshling to do that now. And I can get rid of the Vile Fleshling, but first the Rotgut Behemoth goes. Which I need to get rid of that corpse. Thank you? Question mark?
Unless inordinate excitement.
I'm not sure how I feel about this. Getting rid of the bleed on Roard. Getting rid of the Vile Fleshling.
Continue the onslaught. Destroy them.
Thank you for getting rid of the corpse. I'm gonna spend some time getting people into positions and also buffing our crit here. I'm going to defensive traps for the riposte. Just because the Ironclad is lower on health. I don't want to take a risk of critting the player there, so protection detail. Then we're gonna pass. I don't know what that debuff is actually. And you're gonna move forward. And then we should be fine. Now I can get rid of the Flayer Fleshling because of the erratic Vanguard.
Obliterated.
I still have that riposte for 2 rounds. I'm gonna Confusion Spores just so it doesn't hurt us as a just in case. But Raptorial to keep the reflection going, so 90% damage reflection. We're going to use Flame Barrier as a riposte. Get defensive traps going again. Up our crit once again. This is not a good idea. This is not a good idea. This is not a good idea. Especially this early on in the dungeon. This is not a good idea. Okay, let him come, let him come, let him come. Confusion Spores again for the minus. Oh, we took him out with the ripostes. I had it lined up.
Seize this momentum.
I suppose I shouldn't have put all those ripostes on, but I was lining things up for the Head Hoarder. We have other shots. It's not the worst thing in the world. Can I take anything? I kind of want the Onyx, and at the same time, I'm going to wait. Because, like, these need to stack up. So I'm going to actually go to the obstacle here when I clear it, or just that hunger check's going to do the job there. They stack up and I have more room for things down here. I can't get rid of any quirk because I don't want to get rid of Marked by the Flock. Okay, we still have the Vanguard. I have another shot. We are going to lower the accuracy on the Rotgut Behemoth. Didn't work. Heavy Barrage for the more damage. Bypass Stealth, do more damage.
Inspiration and
Protection Detail for the better chance at a riposte. And then we're actually going to Raptorial. Oh no, I can't do that. That was not a free action. And I can Searing Blow into... Actually, we're going to mark the Rotgut, lowering his damage. Then we do more damage into him next turn. Eek. I might not want to do the Head Hoarder. Not with that minus... Or not with that health on... my Arbiter. Lightning hands.
Precision.
Get that Rotgut down at least. Raptorial. Now I have that riposte. Come on, Helker, you're good.
Mortality.
That hurts. I do need to get rid of the meat poker.
Strike.
Who I can do with the single shot. I think he's actually going to be doing more damage there. That at least missed. Searing Blow. Good thing that missed. I can't Heavy Barrage, so we're actually going to be taking out the Rotgut. Okay.
A victory.
Now, Vanguard, do your thing. Minus your... What's the debuff here? Disease and bleed resistance, yeah. Minus accuracy. I know this is not a good thing to do by any imagination, but get rid of Behemoth for now. We're gonna Flame Barrier for the riposte. I do have a plan. As stupid as it is. Getting rid of the Behemoth corpse.
Destroyed.
I should actually let torch up. Giving myself a riposte, and if he doesn't summon it, he's gonna go down. Yeah.
Reeling.
I gave him the option. Taking what we can.
Be wary.
I need to use food on Helker.
Triumphant pride precipitates a dizzying fall.
Hey, how you guys doing? So how much does Heavy Barrage do back here? Or I can almost take out the Levy, and I think I want to take out the Levy more because of Bleed Heretic. We'll go with that for now. Fungal Claw on Punisher, because I can blight him. Okay, those marks are not great, but we can deal. The rally is fine. That's just a mark, we're fine. And he couldn't even mark us. We're going to get extra damage and accuracy on the Falconer. I haven't marked yet, so going at the Cleric Errant for the riposte and the damage reflect. And Searing Blow takes out Levy.
Press this advantage. Give them no quarter.
Okay. Now Heavy Barrage on Deadbolt. Yeah. Because now Crit almost took him out. We start going at Cleric Errant. And we'll see where this kind of goes. That missed, that's great. This is gonna hurt. Not as bad as I thought. Good dodge. Marking the Cleric Errant for the lightning hands. Speaking of. And Raptorial. I think we're good. Okay. Deadbolt goes down.
As the
Two
field
left.
falls, a faint hope blossoms.
Taking out Errant. I think he blights out. Not quite. Lightning hands. He goes down no matter what, but we will take him out. Punisher left, which we can deal. We can deal. Good old reflect. We resisted the bleed. We're fine. What's this? Deadbolt crossbow plus 20 for plus 25% damage versus marked. On ranged hit, buff self plus 10% damage. Oh. Oh, Sting, you're spoiling me. We're taking that. We're getting rid of the gold for it. The bad thing here is I don't want to camp. But because of the plus damage on the Falconer. So what I'm gonna do, stupidly, is we're gonna eat some food on the Trapper and Helker. We're gonna leave all this. We're gonna leave this and go back up. I'm actually really tempted to put on the Deadbolt crossbow. I'm not gonna do as much damage up front, but every single hit afterward, I do more damage. And that's where this is kinda golden. Especially if I'm hitting things roar marks. Okay, that's kind of what I was expecting is hunger checks, so I really need to get to curios.
These tunnels predate even the earliest
If I
settlers.
scout, like so. I'm not doing the Shambler, not in the position I'm in right now. Torch. I know one quest location is here. The second right there. Down south. The third is to the left. So what we're going to do is we're going to go to the left. We're going to get all the quest locations over there. Then we're going to double down and do all of that. And then we're pretty much done. De-stressing on Helker. I was kind of hoping for a food cart or something of the like, because this gives me more food. And then I can use this food to heal. And now I'm golden on food. Quest location, do I need to do anything here? Just pickaxe. We're going to the left. There's a quest location over here. Hunger check, that's fine, that heals me. Pickaxe again. Backtracking. Gonna use a bandage here. Do I get anything? Gold, I don't want it.
Is only the first test.
Going down to the battle room. I know I could backtrack a little bit more and get the quest location, but we'll just do the battle. Grabbing the torch. In we go. I'm not sure the Bullfrog can eat the 2 flesh eaters, but we'll see what happens. I'm going to lower the accuracy on the large flesh eater because he can hurt like hell. De-stressing, or no, we'll start getting the large flesh eater down until Helker's turn. He can, lovely. I'm going to get the Bullfrog down first. Eagle Eye, that's going to our Falconer. And then we can Raptorial onto Bullfrog. Anti-Venom. Uppercut onto Flesh Eater. At least it has a mark now. It's also doing less damage. Heavy Barrage just to hit Bullfrog. Bullfrog down with crit. Now it can't eat the corpse if something happens. Bungle Claw onto Flesh Eater. And I'm guessing Lightning Hands Raptorial takes it out. This Lightning Hands
alone does not dissuade the sharpened blade.
Okay. We're gonna torch, take the busts.
But a victory nonetheless.
Realistically, there's 1-2 fights left, so it's skeleton key for the portraits, and we'll see about maybe a bit more in a second. What's in the crate? We're gonna want busts, so anti-venom. Okay. Quest complete, pickaxe is gone. Continue adventuring, going north for the curio. Food cart, my love. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Getting what we can. A lot of food, torch up. Gonna use the food, healing Helker and the Trapper, grabbing the gold. Doesn't look like I need shovels, so getting rid of those for the jade. Last fight, and then curio. Swine Scavenger, calling it. Treasurer. Okay. I can work with this. He has very high dodge, but we're still going to go all in on him because I want your hat. We're going to uppercut him to mark him. So he's bleeding for 5. I don't need to do anything more to him. Quick shot onto Infamous Cutthroat. We're going to Eagle Eye on the Falconer. And then Raptorial onto Cutthroat. Because what's going to happen here is the Infamous Treasure is going to do Getaway. Or, cover me. Lose half of his health. Go back. And then next turn he drops. And then the Fusiliers are just going to do blanket shots. And they're going to get ripped apart from Helker. And then I can also do this. I should have gone for the one in row 3, but that's fine. Breaking Corpse.
Great is the weapon.
Treasurer down.
Its own.
And we'll see what happens. If Fusilier goes, we win because of riposte. Yeah. Ooh, Dark Tincture for the Trapper. I was kind of hoping to get this sometime soon. So on melee attack, he'll move forward.
The light.
And he gets plus 50% damage while stealthed and crit, which goes into his kit because Slink Back stealths him for 3 turns. So what you do is you either throw a trinket on him that stealths him pretty reliably, or you use Slink Back round 1 to stealth him for 2 turns, and the next 2 turns, because if it says 3 turns, but end of turn 1 or end of the turn you use Slink Back, it will go to 2 turns, and then next 2 turns you use Dark Tincture, which does extra damage and crit, and will rip things apart. So I don't need these torches anymore. We're taking that because I really wanted that. Taking what I can. We're gonna get rid of the... I don't even need to get rid of stress here. So really, all I would want to do is get the bounty feathers from this. Which I don't even really need. So we're going to get rid of the firewood for the antiques, which is 2,000 gold. We're going to get rid of the food for the sapphires, which is 1,000 gold. And then I'm going to make the executive decision saying that we're probably going to need bandages over the medicinal herbs. And pop those. And see what the next curio is. I guessed wrong, but we really didn't need it anyway. Plus 60% damage all the way through this. I am kinda surprised. We also didn't need the firewood. Holy hell. Also some really good trinkets. Like, not only did we get the Chief Hunter's emblem, but the Dark Tincture and the Deadbolt crossbow. Whew. That was stressful. That was stressful. So, Hunter Chief emblem on top of the other 2 that we already kind of went over. Plus 33% damage versus anything size 2 or bigger. You get plus 25% bleed chance, plus 25% debuff chance for the Saw Hunter. So there are very case uses for this, but on the case uses that it goes against, this is a very big and good trinket. Think using him against the Swine God, or the Flush, or anything that's left in the courtyard as like bosses. We did get like almost 18,000 gold. Considering I wasn't really going for gold, I was just going for leveling things up and grabbing whatever I could. That's not bad. Got 12 crests, 4 deeds, 7 portraits, and 8 busts. No one got a disease. Everyone is level 6. Helker's the only one who got anything out of that quirk-wise, and he got Ashen, which is minus blatant bleed resistance. I will be getting rid of that just because the minus resistances are bad. And Warren's Explorer, which is plus 10% scouting in the Warrens.
The twisting tunnels.
Fresh air in the tunnel, so if I did want to go back, that's plus 15% damage in the Warrens on the next quest. So let's take a very quick look. It's not a very good trinket, for me at least. So that's going to go to waste. That might be worth going to get. I haven't seen much on the Ripperkin's Crimson Court trinkets before. Feudal Struggle, plus 15% damage versus bleeding, plus 20 armor piercing, plus 5 accuracy. All things that she does very well with. So the Pristine Garden Guardian might be next if this is still around when I go to do my next video, which will be nice to have along. So getting rid of Ashen there on Helker. Nothing in the Nomad Wagon I want. Very quickly unequipping all trinkets. Just was checking for a Bounty Hunter. Nothing there. And then we have our goal. Did get the Warrens a little bit leveled up, but not quite level 7. And yeah, we'll go from here with getting the Garden Guardian's Trophy, which is plus 20% max HP and 20 protection, which has uses. Very, very good uses. Values are doubled if you have the Crimson Curse, which means 40% max health, 40 protection, which once again, very good in some situations. So I'm not going to scoff at that either, but the main reason I am going is the Feudal Struggle. And then probably clean up somewhere else afterward, because I don't think the Garden Guardian's going to take me over 30 minutes. And because we can bleed and stuff on there, I probably will be taking a bleed team or something of that nature, and we'll go from there. So that'll be it for this time. Like, comment, subscribe, all that YouTube jazz, and otherwise, as always, I wish you all well. I'll see you next time, and please, have a good one.